Welcome to this week's class, and we are now going to be looking at using a different type of software. The software is called Xero, and we're going to be just looking at how Xero, which is an online accountancy software program, differs from Sage Line 50. So it's just really to show you what other options are out there. The basic principles remain the same, but obviously there will be slight differences. There are advantages and disadvantages to both types of software, so I want you to have a think about those differences and the advantages and disadvantages of different types of software, particularly between this online accountancy software Xero and Sage Line 50 when you're advising clients as to which type of accounting software would best suit their business. Okay, here we have, we're given a dashboard and we have basically highlights of what's going on within the accounts. So we're given immediately what's in our bank account, so we can see how much money we have in the business account, and that balance obviously is what we've just entered with our opening balance. We can then see money coming in. So this will relate to our sales ledger and any outstanding invoices. We can see immediately here that we have any overdue invoices, so any clients we should be chasing will immediately show up here, and those balances that are overdue. Coming down we have money going out, which this relates to our supplier ledger, and again any overdue bills, any amounts outstanding will immediately come up here. And as we scroll down we can see we have our expense claims. Now this relates to any staff that have basically put in an expense claim and are awaiting payment. Now I just want you to go to Settings, okay, and select from the drop down menu General Settings. Okay, once you've selected General Settings, you'll see here we can basically change any details within our organisation. So here we can amend our name, our address, any other company details. We can even sort of add in social media links here. Now coming back to the General Settings, we can also amend our financial settings, and we can view our chart of accounts. But what I want you to do first is I want you to amend your user access controls. Now within users, if you select your name for the user account, it will bring you into access to the accounts. So effectively you will currently be registered as a standard user. Now in order to give yourself access, full access to Xero, I want you to select Financial Advisor. Okay, that way you'll be able to post journals and have full access. Okay, so once you've now updated your access to Financial Advisor and Manage Users and saved that, you'll note here as you come back into users, I've actually got another user set up. So from this function you can actually invite other users and manage what access they have to Xero. So for example, the second user here is only able to enter invoices, and what's more is they can only enter actually draft invoices. So they will be posting the invoices, but those invoices won't be posted directly to the accounts until they are approved. Now this is a function that is not available within Sage. So you can have someone maybe entering invoices on the sales ledger, but they won't actually be posted till the accounts and then until they've been approved by possibly a supervisor or someone at a higher level. Okay, so once you've had a look at how to add and edit users, I want you to go into the chart of accounts, because you'll be able to see that although the format is the same, as when we were looking at the chart of accounts within Sage line 50. The codes, the nominal codes that are used are different, okay, but the layout is the same, okay. And you'll note here that at the top we have sales. Okay, what Xero isn't giving you is the default balance sheet profit and loss format, but you can see that we start off with sales. So if you needed to add, for example, a new nominal code within sales, we might well need to analyze our sales further. So we want to add in a new nominal code. It would need to be within the 200 range, okay. And Xero is helping us by telling you whether these accounts are revenue accounts or direct cost, or as we come down into the nominal codes 400 range, we can see that these are overheads, okay, and the overheads goes all the way down, okay, to sort of 500 where we've got corporation tax. And then we then come into our balance sheet and we can see we have our current assets around 600, okay, and just going further down we have our fixed assets, okay. Now you don't need to know these nominal codes for our purposes. I just want you to see how the main principles, the main format remains the same, but you just need to adjust to slight differences. Okay, once you've familiarised yourself with the chart of accounts, then just have a look at the different reports. If you go to the reports option here, you'll see on the drop-down menu there are various reports that you can run. So you can run an aged payables report, which is effectively your aged creditors report, telling you how much your business owes its suppliers. You can run an aged receivables report, which again is effectively your aged debtors report, telling you how much the customers of the business owe. And then we've got our balance sheet, and the usual, the profit and loss and the VAT return. Okay, so we're just going to move on to question 3. You've already set up your opening balance last week and set up the company, so we're going to now start by setting up our customers and entering their details. So the first one is going to be the Harrisons. We have our account reference there and the address. Okay, so coming back to Xero, we're going to set up just our contact details for our customers through contacts. So if you just go onto the drop-down menu and select customers. Okay, now that will take you in to add contact. Okay, so you'll be able to see here that you can just add a contact. So if you select add contact, you'll come into this screen, the add contact screen, and here we can start to enter our customer details. Again, if you don't have the details, then you can't enter them, so just enter what you're given. Okay. Remember, of course, you can always go back later and make amendments. Okay, once you've entered the details you have, which at the moment is just the name and the postal code, just go down and save. Okay, once you've saved, it will notify you that you have the Harrisons, for example, has been saved, and you'll be given the details there. Okay, so now if you just enter the rest of the customer accounts, we will then move on to entering the supplier details. So pause the video for a second and complete entering the customer contact details. Okay, so now we're just going to enter the supplier details. Okay, don't worry about the reference at the moment. Okay, so we're going to come on to enter the following suppliers into the account package. We're just going to be entering the name and the address. So I'll just do the first one with you. So again, if we just go to contacts and suppliers. Okay, and in the same way as before, you can just add contact within the supplier section.